All right, so I'm trying to get back into my camera app. The reason this camera shut off because the police, I got off the bus, driving by, running the light. You hear whoop, whoop, whoop again, but this is what they do in order to prevent me from, showing you guys also how they target me when they do stuff like that, like hack into my phone and shut off my my camera app, right? And then on top of that, when I open up back the camera app, it went to the front-facing camera instead of the rear-facing camera. Okay? So, again, you hear them down there? Hope you guys follow. So now they wait until they're like a block away and do a very subtle, with the noise campaign. Hear the car honking again. It's right there. So anyhow, one thing I forgot to mention, the kids, again, been going to school very late. Today, Ethan did not get to school until 9:20, which means, and Alyssa got to school around 9:30. Okay, this morning, which is utterly ridiculous. But you can't tell her I can't tell her anything. She blames it on the kids. And so, yeah, like I said, it is what it is. And I know part of the reason, like also particularly with Ethan, because he's been coming to school late since I'm not there anymore. And so kids will start picking on him. Like the teacher today taking his book bag from him and wouldn't tell him where his big book bag was. These are grown friggin' adults that work within the school system. You know what I'm saying? And I have to tell you how, teachers encourage bullying because they do it themselves, and particularly if they're religious and your children are not. And particularly if you're a TI. If you're a targeted individual, they're going to get these teachers to target your kids. They're going to get the other kids to target your kids. You know what I'm saying? And I warned them before. I told them, I said, y'all lucky I'm not the kind of father who I need to be to handle y'all asses, because I end up in jail and y'all asses will end up in the hospital or worse. Just like that, I told them. I said, so y'all lucky I am who I am. And guess what? What happened a month ago? They were bullying this kid, threatening him, and he brought a gun to school the next day. You know what I'm saying? So they try to downplay bullying because, again, if you're not religious, again, these black religious fanatics, these Negropeans, this is what they do. Okay? Because, again, they don't know where they come from. They don't know their history. Right? They've been so indoctrinated with lies and bullshit that when you start telling them the truth, they don't want to hear it. Even when you prove it, even when you show it, because that's to tell you how powerful religious indoctrination is, how powerful brainwashing is. Okay? I'm going to do a video on some parts of the Bible which they don't want to recognize. Even though they'll tell you the Bible is the Word of God and is the true Word of God. All right, you guys hear the sirens? You listen to the sirens again. See, when I leave, when I come back, sirens. Okay. So, anyway, like I said, I'm not sure because there are passages in the Bible they don't even read. Like when I had said to this guy, I was talking to him. I was like, I said, the psalm in the Bible, the rivers of Babylon. They made the song about rivers of Babylon. Right, he was like, yeah. It's like I said, have you ever read the entire passage? And he was like, no. I said, go read the entire passage. The next day he came back and he looked at me, he was like, holy shit, I didn't even realize that. I said, yeah. Because, this book, this book is full of evil shit that the writers of these books were who they were. A lot of them were basically fanatics, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, they couldn't even understand the true Kemetic and Babylonian belief system, right? And it wasn't based off of something that was like any group of people that was real. It's all allegories. But Europeans and the Arabs took it and you know, they butchered it up and, you know, gave us shit. This is why the majority of us who believe in these religions, our minds are like shit. Our minds are all fucked up. Okay? Because not also that, but it traumatized, then they traumatize you as a child. Right? You are traumatized as a child with this religious belief system. It basically traumatized you as a child. And you don't understand it until you become an adult, when it starts to affect you in a way in which you don't even realize, right? You know what I'm saying? The siren's getting louder. So, again, the best thing I ever did was getting rid of that shit. Going back to the roots of it, which is Kemetic spiritual belief system, which is science. Right? But they won't tell you that. They won't tell you that, right? This is why we don't push our children into science. And guess what? Every other group of people push their children into science. This is why they create technologies and they run the technology. We just use it. What they've created within us as a group of people, particularly black and European people, is a consumer class and a user class, meaning that we consume and we use things, but we don't build it. We don't come up with the kind. I mean, we used to. We still do, but they use they will select those that they know that they can turn into a gatekeeper. Okay, in which they can be useful to white racism and the advancement of this white racist society. And anyone who tries to create something and is not going to be a gatekeeper because, again, they want to do their own and they want to help advance their people, they're going to destroy them. And this is the mentality that I've been talking to people about. But they don't want to listen, so hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue to do my video, continue to expose it. And, you know, it's just the way it is. All right, they can do whatever they want to do. I'm going to do what I have to do, which is get on my purpose, which is this is one of my purpose, and, you know, speak the truth regardless. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.